live. Okay. I hate when this shit does this. Throw that up. Oh shit. What's up, boys? How you fellas doing? Icy Rule, Hugo, Rue. I think Rue. I should have said Rue, not Rule. You guys are fans of this album, huh? The good one. Damn, okay. I didn't know we had some fans on this one. This album is so good. Well, you guys should be happy when we explain how we got to this album. All right. Okay. I'm going to set Chem 1 Loki a little better. Fair enough, Icy Roo. Fair enough.
It's not AM.
It is not AM. This is the debut album.
I'm talking to you.
Oh, you? Oh, and yes, no, you're wrong. It is AM. I don't give a fuck what anyone say.
You just still not get one.
This is a classic garage rock album. It is a classic.
Their second album is not AM.
I know. I'm saying AM is their best album. Although honestly, I don't remember if I heard this.
If that's true,
I haven't
that's
heard.
really sad.
I can't say that 100%. I haven't heard this one. So yeah, I can't say that 100%.
I don't think you've heard any of them that came out before AM.
Whatever. Okay, let's do this shit. Let me make
I really hope their best one's not AM because it would be such a bummer.
Find out. All right, let's get into this. Now the first two blow AM out of the water. All right, bro. We'll see. I'm holding you to that though. All right. You guys trying to jam? Good, fantastic. Get rid of that. Let's do this. What's going on, YouTube? Welcome back to the Three Idiots Talking podcast. We have a very special first time video for you guys here today. For the first time, we have had a subscriber of our channel request and actually pay for an album request of ours to do. So if you guys didn't know, very, very new of us, we are now accepting album requests, and you can actually pay to put yours at the very top of the list. So there are links in the description below of our YouTube videos and our live streams. But if you guys want it, the prices are negotiable. You can DM us on Twitter. You can use the email and the description of the business email and description of our channel. But if you guys, we come to a negotiated price and we agree, we will put your album to the top of the list and we will do your review as soon as we can. So today's review, he did not want to be mentioned by name. He just wanted to say he's he's not a huge Arctic Monkeys fan, but he didn't really. Well, let me just say the album first. The album is Whatever People Say I Am, That's What I'm Not by the Arctic Monkeys. It is their debut album. What's wrong?
That album name, I'm not a fan.
Oh yeah, it's a wild album name. It's very long. That's a wild one for a debut album too. So the subscriber who requested this wanted to just say that you know, they're not a huge Arctic Monkeys fan, but after this, they didn't like the direction the band decided to go in after this. But it's a very nostalgic album for when it came out in their 20s, and yeah, they wanted our honest and fair opinion on it. So we are going to give it to you. Thank you so much for requesting it. And boys, we've all heard Arctic Monkeys before. I'm probably the biggest Arctic Monkeys fan here. I actually like some of their newer stuff. I actually like the stuff that they came out with after this as well. But let's get a description. What do you two think of Arctic Monkeys?
I don't have a super big knowledge of this band. I've heard pretty much At least, I mean, I've heard AM obviously because it's the huge one. I heard like a few songs off this album years ago, but I don't really remember much about it. And I've heard most of the stuff they've made after AM. And boy, do they just put me to sleep. I mean, the things that I have heard by them,
Oh my
especially
God.
AM, is just like so fucking generic and bland, lifeless, dull as hell with crap production and boring performances. But I have
Wow.
heard that this is better.
All right.
My
Damn.
expectations are higher.
Noah, what is your opinion of Arctic Monkeys?
I've only heard AM.
Only
I
heard
thought
AM.
that was a little boring. I mean, Alex Turner, the singer, he's all right. I heard somebody say garage rock when they talked about this album.
Yep.
So I hope that's gonna bring some character to this album.
I mean, AM's kind of garage rock. So
No, it's not.
okay.
So hi-fi.
Okay. Idiotic
Sure,
opinions already. All right. Well, the chat's excited for this. We're excited for this. Thank you so much to the subscriber. You know who you are, who requested it. And let's get into it. Whatever people say I am, that's what I'm not. Arctic Monkeys debut, starting with The View from the Afternoon. Well, we're getting some chaotic energy right at the start. Thought that would go harder there, honestly.
Anticipation as a habit to set you up for disappointment in evening entertainment. But tonight there'll be some love. Tonight there'll be a ricochet, regardless of what's gone before. I want to see all of the things that we've already seen. I want to see you take the jackpot out of fruit machine and put it all back in. You've got to understand that you can never be the bandit, no. And she won't be surprised that she won't be shocked when she's pressed the star after she's pressed so long. And there's verse and chapter sat in her inbox, and all that it says is that you drank a lot. And you should bear that in mind tonight. Bear that in mind, yeah, you should bear that in mind tonight.
Wow.
Bear that in mind, boy, your heart's out, but a reason it will block. Oh, when you send her after 9 o'clock.
I have a hella comparison after this. And
I
you're
wonder which
gonna
of the
fucking
two garage
hate
rock
it.
bands it's gonna be.
You're
I
gonna
hate all your
You're gonna
comparisons.
fucking hate it, Noah.
I know. I know
Yeah,
what
you-
you're doing.
We already know it's gonna be White Stripes or Black Keys. It's okay.
That is one of them.
Yep. Yeah. Shocker.
I sound like either of them.
Sounds like the Black Keys a little.
Sounds more like the Strokes. Early
The
Strokes.
Black Keys have never had this high of a tempo.
No, I know it's too fast for the keys, but the way he's singing and the way the
Never sings this fast either.
And she won't be surprised, and she won't be shocked when she's pressed the star after she's pressed the lock. And there's verse and chapter sat in her inbox, and all that it says is that you've drank a lot. And you should bear that in mind tonight. Bear that in mind, yeah, you should bear that in mind tonight. Bear that, and you can pour your heart out around 3 o'clock when the 2 for 1's and done the writer's block.
Ooh. I was not expecting that outro. All right, that was The View from the Afternoon. Here we go. Interesting start. All right, who wants to go first?
Guess I'll.
I'd just like to ask you a question.
Sure, go for it.
What happened?
What do you mean? Oh, you're gonna say that this was way better than anything off of like AM or some shit.
Way
aren't
more
you?
interesting.
I
Oh
mean,
my
that song
God.
is absolutely better than every song off of
Oh.
it. Not a question. I don't even know how you would debate that.
Okay.
You got a pretty solid punk thing going on here. It's not the most ambitious rock music I've ever heard before, but I think they're doing a pretty good job. And that is not something I can say about any song off of AM, really. What happened? Like, this is only 7 years. Like, how hard did they sell out that they went from making
my
some pretty
God.
fun punk rock, garagey punk rock, to making the most bland fucking rock album of the 2010s? I'll throw that like 7.5 probably.
Wow.
7.5. Wow. Okay, Noah.
Yeah, this was certainly more interesting than AM by a pretty good margin. They were changing up the song as it went, more than just like 1 or 2 sections. Good on you guys. And yeah, it definitely is a bit garage rocky, a little bit more lo-fi, and I kind of prefer that sound sometimes with certain styles of music. With this being one of them, yeah, it was good. I was also going to give it a 7.5.
Wow. So I agree with what you two are saying. I just don't agree with why you're saying it, though, because you're saying that it's just simply such a step up from their next few albums' works, and I just completely disagree. I just think their next few albums' works are differently based. They're not trying to be punk rock. They're trying to be completely different. And I have absolutely no problem with them trying different genres after this. Overall, this song is really, really energetic and fun. Like, it's got that Black Keys vibe, but a little more fast paced. It also has White Stripes a little bit, but not nearly as raw as Jack White or anything like that. It's kind of its own little niche genre there, where they kind of filled a little British type of. They heavily went the British rock, and you can hear it in his voice, not only the lyrics but just his voice, how he sounds. You can inspired by the punk rock scene, clearly in the British era of the early 2000s, which is vastly different than what is about to come from the Arctic Monkeys in the next few albums. Very, very different. It's much rawer. It's much more
It
unpolished.
sounds like rock music.
It's much more unpolished. It doesn't have the this clearly was not like the mainstream sound they were going for yet. So
Hasn't been corporatized and watered down.
Yep.
I will say this one was a I'll give this an 8. I thoroughly enjoyed that. I especially liked the guitar work on the bridge between the chorus and the verse was. I like the guitar work a lot. The drums are fantastic across this album. I'm nervous for the reviews. I love every song on this. And the second album, favorite, worst, Nightmare. Wow, okay. Icery's a big fan. Such a step up lyrics and energy wise from the later work. 8. Okay, Hugo. I think Do I Want to Know is a good song. The problem with AM is that every other song is a worse copy of it. I don't necessarily agree with that, but Do I Want to Know is a banger. It is absolutely fantastic.
It's just
Production is terrible on that song.
I completely disagree. All right, up next we have I Bet You Look Good on the Dance Floor,
Thank you.
which is the most streamed song on this album. They got a lot of streams on this album. Wow. Oh boy.
Stop making the eyes at me, I'll stop making the eyes at you. What it is that surprises me is that I don't really want you to. When your shoulders are frozen, oh, but you're an explosion. Your name isn't real, but I don't care for sand and light in the face. My results in a bang, but my pango. I bet that you look good on the dance floor. I don't know if you
I gotta say, I love that.
Your name isn't real, but I don't care for sign. The lights in the fuse might result in a bang, 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 oh. I bet that you look good on the dance floor. I don't know if you're looking for romance or I don't know what you're looking for. I said I bet that you look good on the dance floor. I danced to electro pop like
Oh yeah.
1984. Well, from 1984, oh, there ain't no love, no. Montagues or Capulets. Just banging tunes in DJ sets and a dirty dance.
Didn't like the lyrics.
Dreams of naughty.
Didn't like that one.
Nah.
Ooh, I went back and read that. Ooh.
Well, I bet that you look good on the dance floor. I don't know if you're looking for romance or I don't know what you're looking for. I said I bet that you look good on the dance
This is fucking awesome.
from 1984 to from 1984.
Like those little outro skirts of the guitar. All right, that was I Bet You Look Good on the Dance Floor. Song type. I can't type. Wow. On the dance floor. I'd like to start. That was infectiously fun. That was so groovy. My God, you know what I love the most about that though?
What did you love the most?
I
about that?
love that hook, the second hook on the repeat where they speed up the tempo. He gets a little louder, but not like super loud. Increase the tempo, and he just brings you into it with the pace of the drum and the guitar. Everything speeds up just a tiny bit, but it feels impactful, and you feel that should be a banging hook because it is. I love the lyrics. I don't have any issue with them. I think they were fantastic. God, that was fun. The whole time I was just going absolutely in my head. I'm just fucking losing it. That's getting a 9.5. I love that. I love that. Let's go Noah.
Boy, oh boy, that was a rating.
Wowzers.
First things first. On the little lead guitar bits they did, I think we can get a better tone than that, boys.
I was
We
gonna say
can get a better
that.
tone, yeah. Black Keys had way less money at the start of their career, and they got some good tones. So there's no excuse. Yeah, the hook is fine. It's pretty good. I just can't vary this song too much from the previous one.
Absolutely not.
hoping-
This sounds completely different.
They sound very different.
I disagree. At least I wanted a bit of an energy change. I want a bit of
That was an energy change.
I want some more writing chops.
What?
I want to see a vibe switch.
That's what everything you're stating is what it actually was, though. What?
I don't think
I don't
so.
know if they showed off that much of a writing chops on that one.
Okay, maybe not writing chops, but it definitely brought an energy change, and it definitely brought a vibe difference. It was more energetic, it was more groovy, and it was more.
It was not more groovy.
It absolutely was. I could bop way easier to this song than the first
I
one.
couldn't hear the bass on this song. I could hear
I
the
couldn't
bass on
either,
the
it
other
didn't
song.
matter,
Had a
though.
good groove to it.
Sorry,
But
continue.
anyway, I'll give that a 7.
7. Lower rating. Holy crap, I'm stunned.
Fuck you, stealing my ratings.
Ah, you're both
Oh, yeah.
losers.
There you go.
Nah, that's crazy.
I mean, the guitars were all right, but I was just like, I mean, if you're obviously gonna go for like the more punk, like even more punk than the first one,
yeah.
which that obviously was, like, you know, you can give the guitars a little more fire than they had.
The fire came
Um,
from the tempo on this song. That's what it was from.
I mean, pretty.
And it brought it.
You can play a better drum group, but that was kind of this drum group kind of reminded me of Lars Ulrich a little bit. Just hitting one drum over and over again. But it was still fun. It's a fun song. I like the first one more, but that was still fun. And it was decently catchy. I'll throw it a 7.
Nah, that one hit. That one hit really different. All right, up next we have Fake Tales of San Francisco. Real catchy. There were some production chops, but I kind of don't care. 8.5 to 9. I like that rating. Sometimes you just
I don't
gotta
understand
say
how the
it's
production
fun.
gets so much worse after this. What happened?
More point to a wedding disco without a bride or groom. There's a super cool band, yeah, with the trilbies and the glasses of white wine. And all the weekend rock stars are in the toilets, practicing their lines.
These are some real British lyrics right here.
Okay.
I don't want to hear you kick me
Well, he
out.
sounds more British than he does in any album.
You know, kick me out.
I was gonna mention that.
I don't want to hear you kick
This
me
is
out.
one of those British albums I've ever heard.
So far,
I don't
absolutely.
know. Blur's got some pretty British albums.
It sounds like Blair.
No, it doesn't.
The singer does.
Sounds like some guys playing a pub in, I don't know, some place in Britain.
And as the microphone squeaks, the young girl's telephone beeps. Yeah, she's dashing for the exit. Oh, she's running to the streets outside. Oh, you saved me, she screams down the line. The band were fucking wanking.
Yep.
That was the most British thing I've ever heard in my life. The band will fucking wank.
Love it. Go full British, bro.
Amazing though, so all that's left is the proof that love's not only blind but deaf.
That's awesome.
That was a cool line. That's fun.
I like that bass. It's a little too quiet though, which is louder.
He talks to San Francisco, he's from a hunter's bar. I don't quite know the distance, but I'm sure it has far. Yeah, I'm sure it's
Way better lyrics than the first two.
Hi, Cosmic.
I don't quite know the distance, so I'm sure that's far.
Oh, go hard.
Why is that funny to me? Hi, Cosmo.
You gotta see a bunch of British people in a pub just losing their mind to this right here. I can totally see this being some soccer chant in Britain, or sorry, football for you guys. Chant in Britain where they're just fucking drunk as shit, losing their mind to some game they just got through. Oh, hell yes! That was it right there! Woo! Fake Tales of San Francisco. Man. Delivering so far. Alright, Noah.
Oh yeah, they got a little bit more interesting with this one. That was cool. I feel like they actually wrote something of interest lyrically, like a little story kind of. Instrumentally, they got a little cooler with it, a little bit more creative, which I was a fan of. And then they just ended it with a little, burst of energy, a little jam with a catchy hook. That was a good song. I'll throw that in 8.
Ooh! Cole looks pain. Alright, Cole.
Yeah, go next, buddy.
Back that up.
Well, he's right again.
You just gotta stop blowing him, man.
Okay, well, it's because he
No.
went before me the last 2 times. Yeah, I mean that was fun. That was a fun song.
Yeah.
Some creative songwriting. The best lyrics of Arctic Monkeys discography that I've heard so far. Yeah, I'll give that an 8.
So you guys kind of took my opinions as well, but I will say that was really, really just full on British, ain't it? Like that guy just went
Hate it.
lyrically, his vocals, his lyrics, the lines, the
The
way they
bands were fucking wank.
The bands were fucking wank. I mean, he even went into a little bit. He even exceeded the British accent when he said he was like, the bands were fucking wank. Like he even drug into
Really
it a
leaned
little.
into
He
it.
really leaned into that one right there. I mean, but it's fun though. I mean, if you're British and you can really get into it sometimes, and clearly at this point in their career, which was the beginning, they were very, very British, and you gotta love it when it's a Cosmic, proper British, exactly. Proper Brit. I love that. Lyrically, it was great. I love the lines. The lines were fucking delivered perfectly. The only thing I wish was that there was a really cool bass that was playing in the background, but it wasn't that loud and it wasn't that often. I wish that had been more often. That is probably the only thing that brings it down for me. That was awesome. I could totally see a bunch of drunk British dudes just sitting around in a pub, absolutely losing their fucking minds to this in the mid 2000s. I'll give that a 9. All right, let's see. Yay, Noah, rocking cool. 8 is fair, so good. Fucking wankers, mate. All right, there you go. See? They get it. British, ain't it?
In it.
In it. In it. Oh, yeah, they say in it, don't they?
Fucking nonce. Got throw in the nonce.
Oh, God. We have so many British viewers, too. So many British subs. Agree with all 3. Rating-wise, I'm going with Ryan, though. Hey, there we go. Appreciate it, Hugo. All right, up next, we have Dancing Shoes.
Get on your dancing shoes.
Oh, boy.
There's one thing on your mind.
Oh boy. Don't.
I'm scared.
Okay. Yeah, me too.
Sure you'll be rummaging through. Oh, and the shit show, the horror. You've seen your future bride.
Right when they start muting the guitar strings is when I get worried.
So absurd.
Nutabolics.
For you to say the first word, so you're waiting and waiting and the only reason that you came. So what you're scared for?
Oh, I love that percussion.
It's swinging up, oh, don't you know the lights are flashing down in here tonight? And some might exchange a glance, but keep pretending to dance. But don't act like it's not happening, as if it's impolite to go and mention your name. Instead you'll just do the same as they all do and hope for the best. The only reason that you came, so what you scared for? Why don't you always do the same? It's what you're there for, but no!
I'm gonna say it again.
What?
We can get a better tone.
Come on, man. Make that guitar scream.
Yeah. Need some more gain on that, more distortion.
Get on your dancing shoes, you sexy little swine. Hoping they're looking for you.
Wow.
So wine.
That's awesome.
There you go. I do love that guitar right there. Ooh, okay, there we go. All right, that was Dancing Shoes. Dancing Shoes. Let's start with Cole.
I keep coming back to the question of what happened. Because this is like fun rock music.
It is.
And then in 7 years, they're going to be making the most bland fucking rock music I've ever heard in my life. So, what happened? I don't understand. Like, this is catchy and fun, and none of those words apply to AM at all. Yeah, I don't know what occurred. I'll throw it a 7.
7. All right. Not as great. I really like the percussion here quite a lot. I also like the guitar at the end, and actually the guitar through most of it. The tone the solo wasn't that hardcore as they point out, but the guitar, I guess the guitar tempo, the rain, what the guitar and the drums copying each other really did it for me here. I really enjoyed that. Not as great lyrically, not as great vocally. I didn't like how he kind of extended some of the lines into rapping, and it was like an extended sentence, and I didn't really love that. It didn't seem to fit for this song, but I do like the instrumental quite a lot. I'm gonna give it a 7's a good rating. Noah.
Yeah, a wee bit of a downgrade. Started doing the bit of palm muting, which is worrying because they are a fan of that in their later albums, and it just can sound a little bit dull at times. Lyrics were okay. Pretty good vocal performance. Showed a little bit more variety, I guess. Some of his range. That little riff they went into, I think they could have done better. I feel like I've heard that riff 100 times in my life. It's that bum 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 bum. Like some ESPN shit.
Yeah, but you may have heard a lot, but this came out in 2006. So like, I mean, I'm not saying it's the original, but it's one of the first times you're gonna hear it.
I bet the first time I'd hear it would be in the 70s.
That'd be crazy. But it's still okay. Whatever. Go ahead.
Yeah, it was solid. I guess it would be tied for the weakest. Still need to get a good lead guitar tone, boys. Yeah, 7.
7. Okay. Just had a thought. You should probably post the next sub goals before you go live with the next one, as new people going to come in and see there's no more goals. Otherwise, just a little bit of boost. That is a good point, Hugo. I just realized we are almost at our last sub goal. You guys have up there. We're at 450. So I will update the sub goals after the stream. Thank you for reminding me. Appreciate it, Hugo. Ice Through, the drums are so good. Very fun to play along with. I bet these are probably not the most difficult drum instrumentals to learn, because they're pretty much just smacking the same thing over and over again. But I bet they're fun as hell to play along with. Really like the writing here. Instrumentally, not as big a fan, but still solid. 8 to 8.5. Woo! 8.5. High. All right. Fair enough. You see me, Cosmic? I see you, Cosmic. All right. Let's go to the next one. We have... Wow, that's a long title. You probably couldn't see for the lights, but you were staring straight at me. That feels like one of those indie band titles, you know? They just do some random thing. But then this band got way
I feel
bigger.
like they're probably pretty indie at this point.
I guess so.
I don't know who Frank
Yeah, I don't
Spencer
either.
is.
Do you ever end a line with yeah? I feel like we didn't finish that line.
Everybody's trying to crack the jokes and that to make you smile. Those that claim that they're not showing up are drowning in denial, but they're not half as bad as me. Say anything and I'll agree, 'cause when it comes to acting up, I'm sure I could.
This guitar being in the left ear only is kind of weirding me out.
In the play, it's slightly easier to think what
This is a little Strokes-esque.
you had us all.
I actually agree with you, Noah.
Doing our best tricks, yeah.
That is a really weird way of doing a solo.
Never again, will there be another one quite as desirable as you? Send it coursing through the veins, oh how the feeling races back up to their brains to form expressions on their stupid faces.
Okay.
Okay.
Well,
Short and sweet.
yes, it was. Okay, I'm gonna have to read that title as I type that one. That was "You Probably Couldn't See for the Lights but you were staring straight at me." There we go.
Yeah,
Damn,
I
that was
just
a title.
paraphrased and called it "Staring Straight at Me."
Fair enough. Okay, let's start with, Noah, you get your notes up. Go for it.
Yeah, I didn't write any notes. I just wrote the song title, but sure, I'll go.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, there's some interesting little guitar playing. I still wish they got a little bit harder on the tone, though. Maybe a little bassier, a little bit more distorted. They could fit it a little bit better. Besides that, it was pretty good writing all around the board. I guess it was a perfect song length because there's nothing like super grabbing in my opinion to where it would be, 3.5 minutes. So I guess they did a nice little job on this one. 7.5.
7.5. This one is higher than the previous one for you. Wow.
Yeah.
All right, Cole.
I'm starting to get the impression that this album is basically just gonna be a collection of some fun little garagey punk rock songs, which is cool. This wasn't one of my more favorite ones, but I thought they did a pretty decent job. Wouldn't mind like a really good guitar solo in here somewhere. Let's see what these guys can do. That's kind of what I'm feeling. Like, show me what,
I feel like
what
we
you got.
sort of get that, a small bit of that every time, but then it just dies off.
Yeah, fuzzed out fucking guitar solo.
Yeah, I'll throw this a 7.
7. I really enjoyed I've enjoyed the tempo of this whole album. I didn't really love the instrumental production on this one. I think the left ear having that faded guitar, while the right ear had the drums and the percussion hitting at the same time. And then they would change it up and they switch it throughout the album, or not the album, the song, and it wouldn't stay exactly the same. That really wasn't doing it for me. Also, I'm not very big on just like mono in general like that. It never has been a really big favorite of mine. However, I really enjoyed the hook. I thought the way, I think multiple people in the chat was like, with the way he says "stupid faces" at the end is just so British and so great. I love that. I didn't love the rest of it though, so I'm gonna have to give it a 6.5. I gave Cole my rating and me Cole's rating. Whoopsie. There we go. 7 for Cole. There we go. All right. Back to normal. All right. On to. Oh, wait. Hold on. Like the hook a lot. There were some ups and downs outside of that, though. 7 to 7.5. They stink. All right, James Diamond, you always have the fire opinions.
It's been a solid little album so far.
It hasn't been too bad. All right, let's see if we get a solo coming up. "Still Take You Home." There's a lot of energy on that.
Well, it's ever so funny, 'cause I don't think you're special, I don't think you're cool. You're just probably alright, but under these lights you look beautiful, and I'm struggling. I can't see through your fake tan. Yeah, you know it for a fact that everybody's eating out of your hands. But what do you know? Oh, you know nothing. Yeah, but I'd still take you home. Oh, yeah, I'd still take you home. So what do you know? That you don't know nothing. Well, fancy seeing you in here. You're all tarted up and you don't look the same. Well, I have seen you since last year. Yeah, surprisingly, you have forgotten my name, but you know it. Yeah, you knew it all along. Oh, when you say you have forgotten, but you're fibbing, go and tell me I'm wrong. So what do you know? Oh, you know nothing. Yeah, but I'll still take you home. Oh, yeah, I'll still take you home. So what do you know? Oh, you don't know nothing, no.
That's cool.
Again, man.
Okay.
Give me a tone.
No, there's nothing wrong with that tone. Not
no.
sure about this.
Ba-ya-ya.
So what do you know? That you don't know nothing new. Yeah, but I still take you home.
England blows.
Take you home. I said, what do you know? Oh, you don't know nothing. I fancy you with a passion. I give a touch of princess, a rock star too. But you're a fan, you're a passion. And I'm having a job trying to talk to you, but it's alright. Yeah, I'll put it on one side. Oh, 'cause everybody's looking. You've got control of everyone's eyes, including mine.
Wow. Okay. That was Still Take You Home. I'd like to start this one. That seemed probably a weaker version of the very first song we had in this album. I thought everything they did on the first song was just better. They had more energy, they had better lyrics, they had a better instrumental, they had a better tone. This one just sort of felt like one of those songs where like it just sort of is one of those songs where he's talking about probably something from his personal experience, but he didn't really articulate it very well, and he never really got me into it. The story of this chick that he saw that he hadn't seen in a while, and then he said, but even if I haven't seen you in a while and you've forgotten all about me, but I remembered you, I'll stay take you home anyway. Yeah, it didn't really sell me on it. I didn't really care, and ultimately there was nothing that fascinating. The thing that did probably save the song was the energetic instrumental between the hook and the chorus and the verse. That was really good. Outside of that, there wasn't much. I'm gonna give it a 6. Cole.
Yeah, it's probably my least favorite song so far. Didn't really care for the whoa 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 and da, da, da part
Didn't
at
care for that
all.
part either.
Yeah, that wasn't wasn't really what I was hoping for with the solo either. I feel like he was kind of trying to be Kurt Cobain on In Utero with that, and I'm like, I don't think you're that.
Well, it's like he did a solo, then stopped, then did it again, then stopped.
Okay. Yeah, I'll give that a 6.
6 as well. Noah.
Yeah, I'm tired of these weak ass guitar tones on the solos, man.
I don't
I
think
just
they're
need them to go-
weak. So
That
they're
was
as
a
energetic as
weak
you-
tone.
That one was weaker.
That was a
weakest, yeah.
naked tone.
Naked. Okay.
I need that. I need some.
He
Some
wants that
fucking-
raw shit.
Well, that was raw. Just raw in the way that like had no effects, no distortion. It was just there.
That was no Gordon Ramsay raw.
Yeah, it was no rule. But
Raw.
yeah, the song's solid. It was. I guess I would call it a weaker version of the first song by just a little bit. Yeah, the little da da da's and all that were a little whack.
Yep.
7.
7. Wow. Okay. But you're still a fan, though. You're still a fan.
It's still all right.
Solos rock. They were all right initially, then they stopped with that. England Blows, Metallica ska. I don't know what the hell that means, but maybe someone can interpret it. The da-da-das are really not needed. The rest of it is pretty solid 7.5. All right. Okay, up next we have Riot Van.
So rolls a riot van and sparks excitement in the boys.
Oh.
But the policemen look annoyed. Perhaps these are ones they should avoid. Got a chase last night from men with truncheons dressed in hats. They didn't do that much wrong, still ran away though for the laugh, just for the laugh. And please just stop talking, 'cause they won't find us if you do. Oh, those silly boys in blue, well, they won't catch me and you. son. You don't look old enough to me. I'm sorry, officer, is there a certain age you're supposed to be?
That's funny.
'Cause
That's funny as
nobody's told
hell.
That's funny.
and overalls the riot van, and these lads just wind the coppers up. They ask why they don't catch proper crooks. They get their address and their names took, but they couldn't care less.
Okay.
But listen to that tremolo.
This is different.
Thrown in the riot van, all the coppers kicked him in, and there was no way he could win. Just had to take it on the chin.
Oh. Wow.
Way to go.
I was not expecting that. All right, that was Riot Van. Cole, you seem to be pretty up about this. I'll let you start.
Well done. Way to do a like super mellow and very melodic song. That was a great melody. Really good lyrics. Cool ass guitar thing going on. Love that they kept it down tempo the whole time and that
Yeah.
like low key. I kept like waiting for them to just like the drum to just start hitting a cymbal and then they explode or something, but it didn't happen. I good job. Good job. Good job, boys. That was good. I enjoyed that quite a bit.
Wow.
Honestly, that's probably my favorite song.
On the album?
Yeah.
Wow.
Well, I mean, any song that's my favorite on this album is my favorite Arctic Monkeys song
Okay.
because this is their only album with good songs that I've heard.
Oh my god.
8.5.
8.5. High praise from Cole. Noah, are you gonna back him up?
Yeah, I'm gonna mirror Cole's opinions a little bit here.
Okay.
Yeah, this was probably their best song. I was waiting for the mood change. It happened, and they did it very good.
We got something different.
I was always expecting. I always thought I was expecting where it was going to go melodically, and I thought it was gonna be generic, but it always went somewhere else, and
Yep.
I appreciate that. They did a good job. I didn't get my fuzzy guitar solo, but I got an interesting little guitar solo, with a little tremolo on it.
Yeah.
Some nice
That
playing.
was unique. I was not expecting that guitar to sound like that.
Yeah, that was good. That was a nice song.
And they
I
kept
guess.
it. They didn't increase it. They didn't change it.
Yeah, I guess that would be the best Arctic Monkey song so far. Yeah, 8.5.
8.5. You two just mirror imaging each other to this album, except the last song. No, we'll give it that higher. Yeah, I'm pleasantly surprised. That was very unique. It was very different than almost any Arctic Monkey song I've heard, and I've heard 3 of their albums outside of this one. That was really just different and special. I mean, I was expecting it to break into an up-tempo swing, and it didn't. And that felt like something, the story they were telling was sort of felt like it might, the way they were telling it sort of felt like it was like a personal story or a true story that happened, that maybe he had something similar happen. But there's no way really to know unless you're a diehard Arctic Monkeys fan. Ultimately, it was a very believable, and lyrically it was great. I loved that they kept the tempo. I loved that they kept it like vibing and chill the whole time, and that they were just that guitar solo was really cool. You called it a tremolo, I think.
Yeah,
What's the
that's a little
effect on it?
shaky, but
That's the
yeah.
effect on it. Okay, that I haven't heard that from any type of rock band like this.
Black Keys.
Did you do that often? Because they don't sound like that.
My mind is rambling.
And I think Meet Me in the City has a tremolo on it too.
Interesting.
Yes.
Interesting. That was a really great change of pace that I was not expecting, and I loved it. I'm gonna go 9. All right, let's see. The solo is kind of
Is there a
meh,
certain
and
age you're supposed
maybe-
to be as hilarious?
maybe a 7 instead. That was a great line, true.
Nobody
Maybe
told
7
him.
instead. Pretty instrumental, awesome. 10. Ice hot. Hey,
Damn.
10.
10.
God. Good lyrics written by Karl Marx. I don't know what you're talking about, James Diamond. Can't wait for the sun goes down. The way it opens and closes, genius. Propaganda story. At least top 2 in the album. Very nice instrumental and some funny lyrics as well. 9. 4.1 from Mr. Diamond. He is not a fan at all. Not a fan.
He's like me listening to AM.
I don't know where he pulls these ratings out.
I don't
He
know.
likes just an odd number.
9.7, 22.6. Yeah, we're getting. He has some interesting ones. You got some interesting opinions there, Mr. Diamond. All right, up next we have. I gotta wait for it to scroll over. Red light indicates doors are secured.
Well, ask if we can have 6 in. If not, we'll have to have 2. We all coming up at our end, aren't you? So I'll get one with you. I want you let us have 6 in, especially not with the food. He could have just told us no, though. He didn't have to be rude. You see her with the green dress. She talked to me at the bar. Where I can miss already £2.50. We've only gone about a yard.
That drum fill is nice.
She would be unbelief. But this lad at the side,
Huh?
drinking the Smirnoff Ice, came and paid for
That's
the
so
solid
British.
relief. And I'm sitting
Oh.
going backwards, and I didn't want to leave. I said it's I agree, mate, buy a Hillsborough, please.
Sorry, Green Mate.
So British.
That's been the whole album, though.
Well, I'm funny with that sketch earlier, up near that taxi rank. Although you will have missed it, I think it was when you went to the bank. These 2 lads squaring up, proper shouting. I were next in the queue.
Proper.
The kind of
Oh, I
seems
love
so
it.
silly, but not when they both had a few. Oh, well, calm down, temper. We just shouldn't get so annoyed. But you're acting like a silly little boy. Well, they wanted to be men and do some fighting in the street. They said no surrender, no counter retreat.
Hell
That
yes!
crowd chanting was stupid as
No,
hell.
that
Yeah.
was great. Fuck you, bro.
That was
no,
I'm on Cole's
fucking
side.
dumb.
Nah. You're wrong.
Ugh.
Big fan.
That
Big fan.
chanting was terrible.
So riding in a taxi, 'cause I
Oh,
didn't
yeah.
wanna leave. I said it's I agree, mate, buy a Hillsborough, please.
I love that. Cole correct, Cole is wrong. Back-to-back chats. The duality of man.
Come on, guys. That crowd chanting was stupid.
All right, there we go. That was the red light means the doors are secured. Is that the name of the song? Just make sure I read that down correct.
There's 3 chats saying
Red light
that.
indicates-
Right,
That was
wrong,
some.
right.
That was some shit you would have heard at like a
Oh, boy.
soccer game, not at a street fight. Come
Cole
on.
is the real Luigi. God damn it, Cole. We fucking could have known, bruh. You was about to get straight up triggered with you. All right, red light indicates doors are secured. Let's let you know. I'm gonna go first. First of all, soccer chant's awesome. Fuck you both. Second, that was a very cool, energetic little song. It wasn't too energetic. It wasn't trying to be too much more than it actually was. You know, it's basically talking about these guys, you know, it's friends having a fight outside the pub just because they're drunk and that they were acting like boys. And then, you know, because they're drunk, and they were men. And because they're drunk, they started acting like boys. And then I didn't really understand the red light indicates the doors are secured unless he's talking about them just getting locked up in jail. That part didn't really make sense to me. Outside of that, I like the drums on this. I thought they were the drums seemed to carry this. The guitar was a little less prevalent in this song, but the drums carried this pretty hard, and they were going pretty entertaining to listen to. Boy, is he sounding more and more British as he goes through this album. Just hitting it hard with the propers and the innits and all the different British slang. Hard one to rate. I'm gonna go 8.
Oh yeah, this is a solid little tune here. Bass definitely did a lot of heavy lifting on this one, which has been an uncommon thing so far. So that was nice.
a very guitar based album.
Lyrics were solid. A couple little hee-hees and ha-has. I was a fan of those.
I do like the British parts.
We're getting closer and closer to a good guitar solo. We are. We're
How do you
getting
know?
closer. The tones are getting a little bit better, a little bit more heavy. And I hope we'll reach it, but I don't think we will.
Chalky Milk Cam. Just have to throw that out there when it happens. Sorry,
Stop
Noah.
saying jockey.
I won't. Continue, Noah.
Yeah, that 7.
7. All right. A little higher than I thought. Cole.
Yeah, only real complaint is the fucking chanting. It was just so dumb.
No. That's so British. You gotta admire them, man. You just do.
When they're in a street fight, they all stop and all look at
Yes,
each other and
I
then
get-
coordinate a chant right there on the spot.
They
Okay,
might.
I'm
They
sure
damn well
do.
might. But you know what? Even if it
No,
wasn't
they don't.
realistic, it's still cool.
It was corny as fuck.
No.
I hated that chant. Outside of that,
Chat's with
very
me.
fun song. Very fun song. I'll throw it a 7 to a 7.5.
7 to a 7.5. Cole correct, Cole is wrong, Cole is right, Cole's the real Luigi, bruh. Great song. A lot of interesting. This one was just all right. Sounds like one of the whatever tracks on Favorite Worst Nightmare. 6.5 to 7. Rach says red light indicates doors are secured is a warning sign in taxis in the UK to stop people trying to get out without paying. Oh. Well, that is something I did not know. Thank you, Rage. I appreciate that. I thought it just meant they were locked up, like they've been taken away and put in jail. But all right, good to know. Soccer suck a D.
Okay.
Whatever you say, bro. I don't even know. L Cole Ryan Dub Icy Room, my man's.
Dude, those fucking chants are stupid.
Nope. Hater. Thank you, Rich. I appreciate that. I honestly did not know that. That's pretty cool. All right, Marty Bum. Well, this is a different instrumental.
I don't know how well else they're looking for him.
When I that Marty Bum, I've seen your frown and it's like looking down the barrel of a gun and it goes off. And how come all these words? Oh, there's a very pleasant side to you, a side I much prefer. It's one that's laughs and jokes around. Remember cuddles in the kitchen, yeah, to get things off the ground. And it was up and away.
Is this the same singer?
It's really hard to remember that on a day like today.
It sounds like it is, but he sounds different.
Argumentative, and you've got the face on. Now that Marty Bum, oh, I'm in trouble again, aren't I? I thought as much, 'cause you turned over there and pulling that silent disappointment face, the one that I
Oh, it is a different
know,
singer.
don't we? Just
Well, there
laugh
we
and
go.
joke around. Remember cuddles in the kitchen, yeah, to get things off the ground, and it was up and away.
So the different singer.
Oh, but it's really hard to remember that on a day like today when you're all argumentative and you've got the face on. And yeah, I'm sorry I was late, but I missed the train and then the traffic was a state.
The traffic was a state. Oh, yeah. Well, they are British, James Diamond. I don't think they have to try to be. Oh, I love that. That was great.
So laugh and joke around. Remember cuddles in the kitchen, yeah, to get things off the ground, and it was
They are really similar, you're right.
up and away. Oh, but it's really hard to remember that on a day like today when you're all
No problem, Cosmic. Hope you're just having fun.
argumentative and you've got the face on.
I swear, and you've got the face on is got to be one of the most British sayings I've ever heard in my life. That just like nobody outside of Britain probably says that, but like that, so many British TV shows I've watched say, and you've got the face, or something along the lines like he's got that face on, you know, that type of thing. Okay, let's start with Cole.
Decent. Oh, solid tune. I don't think it's gonna be one of the more memorable tracks from this album for me, but it was all right. Maybe just a little underwhelmed by the writing. Wasn't super enthralled by it, but it was still pretty good. I'll give it a 7.
7. Noah.
Whenever like these 2000s, like garage rock bands bring out the little chimey guitar tones and are moving around all these chords, I always think very Strokes-esque. That's why. Well, I always
That sounded like the Strokes to you?
Instrumentally, I
That's
think
probably the
so.
most stroke song yet.
That was a very is this
Especially
it sounding
guitar.
song.
Okay.
But the vocals were solid. I guess it was a different person.
According to Icy Roo, that was a different singer.
Only way I could tell is when he went on the higher notes and his voice got a little bit scratchier. But
It didn't sound as
Yeah.
British.
I guess. But yeah, that was a good song. I enjoyed that one. That was a nice little tune right there. I'll give that an 8.
Okay. I liked the singer. I didn't like him as much as the previous one because of this album has been it was the same singer.
Yeah, I don't know where you're getting that somebody said it was a different singer. This is the same guy.
Because I said, is that a different singer earlier? And somebody said, yep, right after that. So maybe they weren't saying yep to me. And in any case, either way, I liked, what I liked was they were, I guess, changing up the way they sang this song. It didn't sound as British as it had the previous amount. And I think that it's one of those songs where it's like, it's a change of pace. It's a bit more casual. It's a bit more, it's about more the story that he's saying, less about the instrumental. There are fun parts of the instrumental. Like I really have been loving the way they've taken the guitar and drums and combined them at certain parts where they go do do do, but they do it with the guitar does the same thing, and it's adding emphasis to the end of a bar or the end of a lyric or a line, and or it's used as a transition. I really like that. Somebody who's British has to tell me what Marty Bum means. I have no clue, so catch me up on the British lingo. Other than that, I'm going to split the gap and go 7.5. All right. Beautiful guitar. I agree. Maybe not beautiful. I thought it was good. Not beautiful. A bit good high school band. Okay, Diamond. They're a little better than a high school band. I'm assuming they're Northerners, so that's probably just how they talk normally. The Strokes are fire. Strokes are all right. I don't know if they're fire. They got a good album. Oh my gosh, Noah just totally looked right at me. Oh my god, I just really read that off and I didn't even know where it was going. Okay. Really like the lyrics. The instrumental was all right, I guess 7.5 to 8. Both singers fronting hard. What song I just got here? That was Marty Bum. Marty Grateful. I've seen your frown. It's like looking down the barrel of a gun and it goes off. Well, you guys just quote lyrics now, all right? I guess so. All right, up next we have Perhaps Vampire is a Bit Strong, but...
He said, fine, I like the best ice cream.
Hold on. Marty Bum is just a moody person. What's up with you today, Marty Bum? Look at Rage coming in with the British lingo. Appreciate the translations. For us stupid-ass Americans. Oh.
I've seen your eyes and so fix on me. What is he doing? What on earth's the plan? Has he got one? You better give me some pointers, 'cause you are the big rocket launcher and I'm just the shotgun. I have got notes, all the signs in my eyes that might be a surprise, but it's true. So I'm pretend to stand by us. I know you're certain we'll fail. Well, I've seen your eyes as they fix on me, full of confusion. You snarl at your soul condescending. Try to explain that we're on to a win. If the fee we got in, it includes what we're spending. He said, I can't believe that you drove all that way. Well, how much did they pay you? How much did they pay you? You'd have been better to stay round our way, thinking about things, but not actually doing the things. Cause all you people are vampires, and all your stories are stale. And though you pretend to stand by us, I know you're certain we'll fail. Cause all you people are vampires, I know your stories are stale. I know you pretend to stand by us, I know you're certain we'll fail.
Ooh.
Drum solo?
Song is less than halfway over. There's
Wait,
only
whoa,
one
yeah,
more
there's a lot to
lyric.
go. Okay.
We're gonna get a light
Wait.
instrumental jam?
Also,
Okay.
chat, I just put up a poll. Give me a yes or no.
This is the time for the fuzzy guitar. Or fuzzy bass, okay.
Okay. Interesting. Wow. We ain't done yet. Minute left.
They should just let this go for a minute. Aw.
All you people are vampires.
That was some Jack White shit right there.
I love the title of this song.
That's some U-ass title right there.
Shit, that was a shot. Got it.
Boy, oh boy. How did it go first?
Wow. I had a rating before that, and it just completely changed after that. Oh, wait, no, sorry. Vampires may be a bit strong, but... ... That's the title of the song, right? Perhaps vampires a bit strong, but whatever. Anyway, Noah.
Boy, oh boy. Yeah, the verses were solid, but I started really digging the song when we got into our little instrumental
Jam session.
Showed some chops. Had some nice bass work. Had some cool little drum fills here and there. Had some really nice guitar playing. Some nice little... It was good playing, but we still need the fucking tone, dude. I need my fucking fuzz tone. Besides that, that was really cool. It was much more ambitious than I thought anything on this album would be.
I am surprised at that, yeah.
Yeah, so that, big ups for you guys. I'll give that an 8.
8? Wow, okay. Cool.
Yeah, feeling a little similar to Noah here.
Okay.
Solid, cool jam session. Had the tones had some more girth to it. That bass was really bumping. It was quite heavy, which I admire. Yeah. Cool song for them to write. Would not have thought they would have done something like this. But I think they did it pretty well. 7.5.
Wow. I think this is the second time we've all been surprised. This and Riot Van both surprised us quite a lot. This seemed another one of their casual, not classic, but garage rock songs. And then 2 minutes in, they're like, nah, we're not doing that shit. We're going to strip it all back and we're going to give you a 2-minute instrumental with a little bit of a pause where our lead singer just shouts, all of you are vampires. And then we go into a real quick up-tempo instrumental session again. Very unique. Was not expecting this from Arctic Monkeys. I don't think they've... I was originally going to say at the start of the song, this is the most future Arctic Monkeys sounding song they had until that instrumental part. And then it sounded entirely different. Very unique. I enjoyed it. I was not prepared for it. And I quite liked the effort. I wish it had been a little harder though. There are moments I feel like they could have taken the guitar and just gone off a bit more, or maybe let the drums go loose, and they just kind of never really fully did that. That takes it down from like a 8.5 to more like a 8, because it could have been really, really epic in my opinion. All right, high school level. Jeez, man, you are just not a fan of the Monkeys. All right, whoa, and okay, we're doing that again. Nefariously Shadowed Eyes. Cole?
Yeah, I saw
You got
that.
some nefariously shadowed eyes. My God.
The word nefariously is amazing.
Are we ever going to get an eye reveal one day, Cole?
Eye review? Question mark? Are we gonna get a thumbnail eye review maybe?
No, we're not.
Nah, Ryan Stokes are top tier. Isu, calm down, bro. Okay, I've heard one of their albums. It was a good album. I don't think it was a top tier album. Strokes, just the name is Crangeberry. How about backstroking your ass out of here? You are the most interesting person in this chat, Diamond. Okay. The instrumental part at the end here is great. It was. They may. I grew up on them, been listening to them over 15 years, so I just have different opinions. Fair enough. Sounds like a good prison band. What?
I wouldn't know.
Gonna second everything Cole and Noah said. 7.5 to 8. 1.618. Diamond coming in with the hot takes. All right. We did not evolve. All right. Up next, we have When the Sun Goes Down.
I wonder what went wrong so that she had to roam the streets. She doesn't do major credit cards, I doubt she does receipts. It's all not quite legitimate. And what a scummy man. Just give him half a chance, I bet he'll rob you if he can. Can see it in his eyes, yeah, that he's got a driving ban amongst some other offences.
I love how British they are in this album.
Seen him with girls of the night.
Oh boy.
He told Roxanne to put on her red light. They're all infected, but he'll be alright.
Wow.
Scumbag, don't you know? I said he's a scumbag, don't you know?
This is some White Stripe shit.
Oh, I've heard this song before.
I have definitely not.
Although you're trying not to listen, avert your eyes and staring at the ground. She makes a subtle proposition. I'm sorry, love, I'll have to turn you down. Oh, we must be up to summer. What are the chances? Sure, it's more than likely.
Sorry.
What a feeling in my stomach. I start to wonder what his story might be. What his story might be. Yeah, 'cause they said it changes when the sun goes down. Yeah, they said it changes when the sun goes down. And they said it changes when the sun goes down. Around here. Around here. Oh. Look, here comes the portmanteau. Isn't he Mr. Inconspicuous? And he doesn't even have to say, oh, she stands ready to get
What?
picked up. Bet she's delighted with a clear night sky. It does stop in the winter, no, and
Scantily
they said it
clad.
changes when the sun goes down. Yeah, they said it changes when the sun goes down. And they said it changes when the sun goes down around here.
Oh, hell yeah.
They said it changes when the sun goes down over the river going out of town. And they said it changes when the sun goes down around here. Around.
My God, that drumming.
And what a scummy man. Just give him half a chance, I bet he'll rob you if he can. And see it in his eyes, yeah, that he's got a nasty plan. I hope you're not involved at all.
Wow.
Interesting.
I'm going first. I'm going first. When the sun goes down. That was When the Sun Goes Down. Okay. I was not ready for that shit because I was not expecting that shit. That was amazing. That was some of the coolest songwriting and production Arctic Monkeys has ever done. From the start, where they're just this build up of this, it's all about him vocally, and then he hits you with this soft tone, and there's this pause, and then boom, they rip into this killer tempo, and it's got this awesome backstory that he's telling you at the same time. The lyrics are fantastic. I love the story. Chat was moving. I had zero interest in it. I was completely reading the lyrics on this. Fantastically written story, fantastic lyrics. Love the tempo. Love the way he slowed it down at the very end too. That shit's a 10.
Yep.
That's a 10.
Yeah, I knew you were gonna say
That's
that.
a 10. I love that, and I might have to change my opinion placement wise of Arctic Monkey songs, because that is one of the best ones they've ever written.
Well, if it's a 10, I'm sure it's easily the best song.
Well, I've also given other Arctic Monkey songs 10, so
Oh my god.
they have other 10s. So
No, they
but that was fantastic. That was awesome, and oh my god! And yes, Ice is right, and the tempo increasing added to the drama of the story. Exactly, perfect song writing, perfect. That was fantastic. It might be their best song they've ever written. Maybe not 100%, but it might be. Definitely easily top 5. All right, Noah.
Oh yeah, this was a good song. This was a very nice song. Had a cool story to it. It's not a fucking 10 though. Holy shit.
You're wrong.
I like the sections of the song, like the little slower parts. Very nice little riff they put in there. I thought that was a very good guitar riff. Yeah, I'm feeling like a strong 8.5.
Strong 8.5. I don't know how you couldn't feel that is just a fucking flawlessly structured song. Cole.
Well, I can't say that my mind was being blown by that song, but it was very good. I did enjoy it quite a bit. One of the better songs I've heard from them. Granted, all of their best songs have been on this album because there's not a lot of competition. But yeah, really good writing. Pretty damn good lyrics too. Very good melodies. Great vocal performance. Probably throw that an 8.5.
Wow. I'm disappointed in you too. I thought you would go higher. I really did. Okay, let's read some chat. Wow, there's a lot of chats on this one. The structure of the song is perfect. Agreed, Rach. I agree. That is a perfectly structured song. 10 incoming. Okay. In the outro, the sun is going down. Then in the intro, the sun is going down. Then the outro, the sun rises. Great song structure. 10 out of 10. Best on the album, in my opinion. Okay, I'm biased metal. 10 divided by 3. Fantastic. Diamond, always coming with the fire takes. There are several songs that are 10s on the first 2 albums. Most interesting song on the album by far. Writing is so good. The only problem is the guitar tone could still be better. 9 to a 9.5.
Yeah, it could have a bit more bass to it. I think it would be better.
I love when Cutie Ryan gets all passionate. Damn. I didn't know. I didn't know that 8.5 is low as fuck. I agree. Oh, I did not mean to hit play. Anyway, next up we have From the Ritz to the Rubble.
Alright, the other ones are scary, and his way or no way, totalitarian. He's got no time for you, looking or breathing how he don't want you to. So step out the queue, he makes examples of you, and there's no you can say. Behind the go through to the bit where you pay, and you realise then that it's finally the time to walk back past 10,000 eyes in a line, and you can swap jumpers and make another move. Instilled in your brain, you've got something to prove to all the smirking faces and the boys in black. Why can't they be pleasant? Why can't they have a laugh? He's got his hand in your chest, he wants to give you a duff. Well, secretly, I
Give
think
you a
he wants
duff?
to kick off the one. I'll sign everywhere.
I need my British lingo translated. So I think I can figure that one out myself.
Well, it's a black and tellers all the way, we'll put it down to fate. I said 1,000 million things that I could never say this morning. Got too deep, but how deep?
Yeah, Rach, I'm already lost. Got too deep, but how deep is too deep? They're real questions
Right.
we don't ask.
Different town today, so this town's a different town to what it was last night. You couldn't have done that on a Sunday.
Good on Sunday. I'm sorry, that was me. It's like, that's how I heard it.
I don't even know what accent it was.
I was trying to do his.
Sunday, of course not. Well, it's a black and tellers all the way, we'll put it down to fate. I thought 1,000 million things that I could never think this morning. Got too deep, but how deep is too deep?
That's a wild question to ask. Wild.
That's very Reptilia-esque
What does that mean? You keep saying that.
The Strokes album.
song.
When I have not heard.
Much sense, but now the haze has ascended, it don't make no sense anymore. So last night what we talked about, it made so much sense, but now the haze has ascended, it don't make no sense anymore. Oh.
Ah.
Are we getting another instrumental session here? Jam us out. Never too deep. Never stop going deeper. Wise words. Oh yeah. Ooh. Sick bass outro right there. Loved that. All right, that was From the Ritz to the Rubble. Great song title, by the way. Let's go. Let's start with Noah. I'm gonna start with you.
Boy,
Noah.
oh boy. This is a cool little tune here. Again, some pretty interesting lyrics. They finally did something I've been waiting for them to do, where on the hook, where the instrumental just became a wall of sound. I was hoping they would do that.
Yes, yes, yes,
It's
yes.
just a thick bass, thick guitar. Sounded awesome. And yeah, we had a cool little instrumental section. I didn't get my fuzzy little guitar tone, but that's probably the best I'm gonna get for a tone solo wise on this album. So I'll take what I can get. This was a good song. I'll give it an 8.
8. Okay. Noah, your ratings have gone progressively higher as the album goes through. Very interesting.
They've gotten better at writing songs.
Cool.
And then they get a lot worse.
I
Yeah.
think so.
Yeah, this is a good one. It's one of my favorites on the album so far. I mean, it's only one more song left, but still.
Oh, last one? Okay, good.
Yeah, just solid writing, cool transition. All around good job. 7.5.
7.5. I really like this instrumental. I really liked it. Like higher than most of the songs on this album. You guys point out the bass multiple times. I don't need to point it out, but it is fire, especially on the outro. That bass outro was awesome. Like the way they didn't just go straight from the hook back to the verse, back to the hook again, especially on that third one. They kind of faded. They took off, like Noah said, they took off the singing. The hook was just the instrumental and the guitar, and then they faded the hook in, they faded the verse in. There was like a step-by-step process. They brought they got the guitar back, they brought the drums back, then they brought the singing, and then they brought it all together to end a song. Really like that structurally. His voice sounded really good on the verses, and lyrics were pretty good. Not the best on the album, but pretty good. I'm gonna go a little higher. I'm gonna say 8.5. 8.5. All right. Love you trying to do the accent. I try. I try. Reptilia is Chef's Kiss.
It is. That's an amazing song.
Not heard it. I love the way they wrap all these songs up. Also, 505 is a 10 out of 10 song. Closes out the next album. Well, maybe we'll do the next album. I don't
disagree.
know. Damn, okay. Ooh, that bass out there. Well, I get the comparison, but comparing an Arctic Monkeys song to Reptilia feels kind of vomit. I haven't heard Reptilia, so I can't.
It's because Reptilia is a really good song.
Second everything Noah said again. Damn, Hugo just been riding Noah today. That's there you go. I would love to see you guys do Favorite Worst Nightmare. Their sophomore record, a little more polished, but still similar to this. Maybe. We have a lot of albums to do. But I will add it to our list, and if we are in need of some change up, it might be one of the ones we do next. Maybe. All right, up next, the last song on Arctic Monkeys' debut album with a really long title that I honestly forget. This one is called A Certain Romance.
Longest song on the album.
Is it really? 5.5. Ooh. What the fuck? Wow. That might have been the best drums on the album right there. That was crazy. What is happening now?
Oh, dynamic change.
Yeah. These are two very different intros.
I like this.
Okay. This guitar riff is one of my all-time favorites. Wow.
Loading my wear classic Reeboks, or knackered Converse, or tracky bottoms tucked in socks. But all of that's what the point is not. The point's that there ain't no romance around there. And there's the truth that they can't see. They'd probably like to throw a punch at me. And if you could only see them, then you would agree. Agree that there ain't no romance around there. You know, oh, it's a funny thing, you know. We'll tell them if you like. We'll tell them all tonight. They'll never listen because their minds are made up. Of course, it's all okay to carry on that way. 'Cause over there, there's broken bones. There's only music so that there's new ringtones. And it doesn't take no Sherlock Holmes to see it's a little different around here. Don't get me wrong, though, there's boys in bands and kids who like to scrap with pool cues in their hands. And just 'cause he's had a couple of cans, he thinks it's alright to act like a dickhead, don't you know? Oh, it's a funny thing, you know. We'll tell them if you like. We'll tell them all tonight. They'll never listen because their minds are made up. Of course, it's all okay to carry on that way. But I said no. Oh no. Well, you won't get me to go.
What an interesting first verse that was. I was just reading the lyrics, like that was super unique to follow along with. This is a crazy comparison, but this almost sounds like the SpongeBob theme music, instrumentally.
Yeah, that is a crazy comparison because I don't fucking get it.
Yeah, okay.
Over there, there's friends of mine. What can I say?
I think it's the
I've known
bass
you
mainly.
For a long, long time, and it might overstep the line, but you just cannot get angry in the same way. No, not in the same way. So not in the same way. Oh no, oh no, no.
Okay. Oh, we getting a 2-minute outro. Nice. It's like it's slightly off, but perfectly off. Wow. Well, glad to hear that, Rach. No problem at all. Ooh. Wow. What a hell of a way to end that album. A Certain Romance. Who wants to go first?
I guess I'll go.
All right, Noah.
Boy, where did this go? Where did all the
Wow.
whimsy and creativity go?
The uniqueness.
This was a very good song. Very nice instrumental. I like the old playing with dynamics. Good lyrics, good vocal performance. That was a very nice way to end the album. That's definitely one of my favorite ones. I'll give that an 8.5.
8.5. Wow. You have not gone above 8.5, but you have been consistent giving a high rating of 8.5, though.
Yep.
Cole.
Yeah, I mostly agree. That was a really solid ending to a pretty solid record. Just good writing, good outro. Nice guitar playing on the outro as well. Yeah, good job all around. I'll throw it an 8.
8.
One of the better songs.
Well, this was on an album of unexpecteds. This was another unexpected for me. It had dueling intros. I mean, not dueling at the same time, but it had an intro with this super high tempo at the start. Then it went into the soothing, calm, chill intro. And then we get into the verse. And the verses were really just kind of an encapsulation of everything that this album has been so far. The lyrics were great. I thought the storytelling was really just trying to tell a story at the era, I think, of this album. Like, it came out in 06, so like mid 2000s, clearly British inspired heavily. And it sort of, to me, encapsulated whatever we had throughout the entire album. And then I really love that instrumental outro, just like basically 2 minutes of pure instrumental where they change up the tempo. They don't keep it the same. They go up and down with it. And it's a beautiful outro as well. I'm a huge fan of that. I'm going to go at least a 9. That was really great outro for, that was a really great ending track for a very unique Arctic Monkeys album. All right, let's see. We have, This is pretty good. This album perfectly encapsulates 2000s pub culture nightlife in the UK. I guess it's a you had to be there kind of album in some ways. I can totally see that. I'd buy it. It definitely felt like it was from the 2000s UK or 2000s British. There is no doubt about it. I can totally buy that. You totally had to be there. Those dueling guitars, so satisfying, amazing outro. Gotta admit, I completely forgot the song was on the album. Gotta change my ratings a bit because that's a 9.5 from Hugo. And Iceru is feeling a 10. There it is. Big numbers. They opened one of their albums saying, I just wanted to be one of the Strokes. They were heavily influenced by the Strokes. I mean,
Yep.
you could definitely tell in this album. Important questions before y'all go. Where's the next My Beloved Otherworldly Led Zeppelin album reactions? And have you looked into doing Ren's albums? So our next album reaction, before we go, we had the outro still to record, but our next album reaction is going to be tomorrow, and it will be the continuation of Led Zeppelin. We will be doing House of the Holy. So tomorrow around 6 or 7 p.m., maybe 8 p.m. Eastern time. In between those, we never quite know, but we try to aim for about 7 p.m. Eastern time. And to answer your other question, I have looked into doing Ren's albums yet. We have sort of a structure we're going through right now. If we can fit it in, we will. All right, it is final rankings time. I think a lot of us are going to be surprised at this album, but let's let Cole, one of the biggest Arctic Monkeys haters I've known, let's let him start for once.
All right. Let me look up the track listing.
Yes, I should have mentioned before we start, if you guys have not been here before, what we do is we take our top 3 songs, we rank the top 3 songs of the album, we rank the album as a whole 1 to 10, and then we give our little ending thoughts on it.
Let's see.
No problem, Cosmic.
I will probably go A Certain Romance 3,
Ooh.
When the Sun Goes Down 2, Riot Van at 1.
Riot Van at 1. Wow, I'm actually a little surprised. Okay.
Big fan of this. It was a fun song.
It was.
Cool song. I mean, yeah, this is way better than AM. But I mean, that's not even saying that much, honestly, considering how fucking boring AM is.
Okay. Harsh.
This is accurate. Yeah, this is a solid rock debut. They know what they're trying to do, and they do a pretty damn good job of it, for the most part. I'm feeling a 7 out of 10.
7 out of 10. Even with all those higher ratings, it still only gets a 7 out of 10. I gotta say, I'm a little disappointed. You pretty much only had one. You had 2 songs. No, you didn't even have 2 songs. You had 1 song you labeled a 6 or lower. You only have 1 song at a 6. Everything's a 7.5, 7 or higher. I don't get it. I don't get it. Whatever, bro. All right, Noah.
Yeah, that was. All right, let me just get through these ratings first. I'll go Riot Van at 3,
Okay.
Certain Romance at 2, and When the Sun Goes Down at 1. Yeah, this album was a pleasant surprise to me. All I had heard before this from them was AM, so I thought this was gonna be a whole lot of mid like AM. But no, this was good. I mean, it was very 2000s,
Yeah.
very Strokes-esque. I said it a lot of times through the album, but they added their own little unique twist and interesting little things to make it still unique.
They did. They definitely were not identical to the Strokes in any way.
So yeah, big ups, Arctic Monkeys. I did not know you had that in you. Very good job. I am feeling an 8.
8. There we go. See, that would make more sense, or at least a 7.5 if Cole had done that, considering his ratings were far higher. But whatever. All right, my top 3. So we all have the top 3 just different ordered. I am gonna go with A Certain Romance at 3, Riot Van at 2, and When the Sun Goes Down at 1. Yeah, I was very surprised. I did not think Arctic Monkeys' debut album was going to be anywhere near as good as what I believe AM, their self-titled album, is their best. But I didn't think it was going to come anywhere near it, and it certainly did. It came really close. I think AM is different. It's very different in a lot of ways. I think the biggest contributing factor to that is the fact that this one has more consistency across it than AM does. AM might have multiple 10s, but this one has more consistent high rankings than AM does. I really, really enjoyed this. I am pleasantly surprised. The beginning was a little the middle area was a little rough. There was some misses, swings and misses, not swings and misses, but just not as nearly as high. But the end and the beginning are so good. I really enjoyed that. One of the last songs in the album, When the Sun Goes Down, was one of the best songs I'd ever heard. I'm going to give this a strong 9, and I think this is even could go higher to a 9.5. Honestly, that was fantastic. Maybe on more listens, it would increase, and I think I can make a statement and say that this might be better than Arctic Monkeys' self-titled album AM. I think this is probably better. Their debut
If it's called
album.
AM, it's not self-titled.
Self-titled.
Okay, fine, whatever. I think it is better than AM. I think whatever people say I am, that's what I'm not, is probably a little better than AM. So there you guys have it. I have made a change. I was not expecting to do that. At the same time, I also think AM is a very, very good album. So to all the haters out there, go fuck yourselves. That's all I'll say. Anyway, hope you guys did enjoy that album review. Thank you so much to the subscriber who requested it. If you guys want us to put your album request at the top of the queue, there are links in the description below. We can negotiate a price, and if we get to a negotiated price, we will put your album at the top of the request queue. So thank you so much, subscriber requested. We really appreciate you guys watching. If you enjoyed and stayed till the end, please leave a like down below and hit subscribe. Also hit the bell. We were doing this live stream. We were doing this album review live. You can join us in our live streams. You'll get a notification when we go live. You also get one when we post a new video. Follow us on Twitter. Follow us on TikTok. All the links are in the description below. We post when we go live and we post when we upload. Thank you so much for watching. See you in the next video.
He said AM has multiple 10s.
I do think it
Fucking
does.
nuts.
That implies that there's a good song on AM.
I want. Cole is a rebel. No, Cole's just an idiot. That terrible rating.
Why can't
7.
both things be true? I don't understand.
Hugo, 1, A Certain Romance. 2, When the Sun Goes Down. 3, Riot Van. This album is honestly better than I remember getting. I guess I was getting some of it mixed up with their sophomore album. An 8 out of 10. Yeah, I think it is a lot better than I thought it was. Not sure if my top 3 love all the songs on there. You were given a lot of high praise, Isaru. Ferris Cole, valuing the journey and the way an album is sequenced is a different value than individual tracks. Mecca with the philosophical viewing of rating.
Felt like a 7. I don't know what else to tell you.
Sometimes are really
Felt like a
good,
7.
but the sequencing or overall sound can bring it down. That's a fair point. I understand what you're saying. As an Arctic Monkeys fan, AM isn't even in their top 3 albums. It's the best one, closely followed by Favorite Worst Nightmare. Listen, Rach, okay? Listen. AM is a banger album, and I'm not going to have any AM slander in this chat. All right?
AM is
It is pretty much self-titled. Thank you, Hugo.
I've only heard 2 Arctic Monkeys albums, but good take, Rach. I'll take your word for it.
AM has their best album cover. It does. It does. It's got a banger album cover.
It's like a wannabe Unknown Pleasures.
Cosmic, you have a more important question before y'all go. Are you ever good? I can't read tonight. Are you ever, do you think, gonna start a Discord for your channel? Huh.
We have talked about that.
We
before.
have mentioned this before. This has been a request before. We will talk about it more. Don't bring the hammer down on us. I won't. We will talk about it more and see if we have the proper ability to moderate it properly. And if we do and think there'd be enough interest, we will make one. We will give it some thought. I can tell you that. But yeah, we would absolutely love to have one. We would just have to have the proper moderation and stuff like that to actually run it properly. So we will give a we'll get back to you guys on that. How about that? I can promise you we'll think about it. Favorite, Worst Nightmares, awesome, great debut record. You know, as a debut album, this is pretty damn high up the list. I'm not gonna lie, that was pretty fire. Is it a 10? No, but it's a really good debut album. You can mod Cosmic. Yeah, I bet you could. I bet
we
you
could do
could.
some mod applications.
We could take some mod applications, actually. That's a good point. We will. I promise you, we'll think about it. That's all I'll say. But anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. Really appreciate it. We will be back tomorrow with Led Zeppelin's Houses of the Holy. So if there's any big House of the Holies fans, stay tuned. We'll start. Yes, we will tweet. I will post a tweet on our Twitter right before we go live, and then I will post the link to the live stream. Stay tuned, follow us, and we'll see you then.